Hi, and welcome back to the Big Picture training. In this video, we are going to be talking about scaled agile framework and how you can use Big Picture as a tool for working according to SAFe in short, for scaled agile framework, of course. So how do you start? And why do you need the tool in the first place? So first of all, SAFe is a little bit adamant about whether you should use the tool or not, or actually even if you read very deeply into the documentation, you might see that it's actually quite specific that it is recommended not to use any tool for the PI planning process, right? So the PI planning, that 2-day session where everyone should get together and do the planning, I think it's fairly important, and I think that it definitely should be done whenever it's possible. Sometimes, although with the very spread out teams, it might be very costly or not very cost effective to put everyone in one place for 2 days. So instead, you might want to try to maybe find a compromise, and Big Picture could be a compromise over here. Of course, if you do the PI planning session, it's totally fine to take then the information that you have on those sticky notes and put it back into the tool. And the Big Picture in this case is a recommendation. But you can also, if you're not doing the one place PI planning session, you can also start doing the planning inside the tool immediately. So most of the time, the first place where you will actually go in Big Picture while you're doing your PI planning is the roadmap, because this gives you a high-level view of what are our business goals that we are striving to achieve. Huge fan of this tab and huge fan of the information it brings to the teams and how it brings it. And over here, usually the magic starts. Then from the roadmap, you will probably go and visit the scope, because you will probably want to go through the backlog of your items and decide which ones maybe should be applied to which iteration or which PI. You might want to have a custom field over here that will say which PI we assign the task to, and then you can also synchronize this with Big Picture, so that when you go to board, and I'm talking about the new board, the board 2.0, you will actually see the assignment being done just by editing the field, which is super cool. I'm talking more about this in the board module, so be sure to check it out and learn how you can synchronize your board with your Jira data using different fields, custom fields and sprints as well. Super important. But over here, you might want to, in a scope tab where you get your hierarchy, when you get your tasks from all the programs, you might want to turn on, for example, the details view, and then go one by one through all the tasks for a given team. And yeah, I have to click something, and then talk it through, see who is assigned to it, maybe see if there is any additional information, and maybe see if there are links to other tickets, and so on and so on. So this is what you might want to do with your team over here.